Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network, heard across the USA. And I am here with Sean Joseph, the CEO of Jordan River International Moving and Storage. And Sean and I have been talking today about the things you need to do when you make a move. And there's nobody better in this world that I know that I want to talk to but you. And we talked a little bit just kind of having a plan and having an in-home visit and what that means and really establishing trust. But then this next step goes into you start packing. Sean, I'm curious, what are the different options that people have when it comes to packing services?
Packing, we have a variety of options. Option A, of course, is a full packing. What is a full packing? We're coming with the truck, with the boxes, all the packing material to the customer house. You leave the house as is. You wake up in the morning, wash your face, have a coffee, sit on the couch. Everything around you will translate into boxes.
Wow.
Everything from A to Z. Option B, you can tell us, I will pack all my clothes, all the items that are not fragile, that I can handle. You guys do the kitchen for me, for example, or China, my precious item. Okay? Option C, we can just supply you the boxes and you can pack. We can show you how to pack items that you have concern about, that you're not sure how to pack, but we supply all the type of boxes that you need in order to complete your packing. Also,
go ahead.
If you have extra fragile item, antique item that you really worried about, we also, part of our packing services and preparation, we do crate. So we can crate to make sure really nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Now we need to discuss the process of the packing. What is important? Because that's crucial to understand. The idea of a packing is very simple. Avoid the movement.
Yeah.
Avoid the movement inside the box. If you avoid the movement, you avoid the damages. It's simple as it is. That's how we even stuck the truck when we building the wall in the truck. Avoid the movement. You have a hole or something, fill it up with a blanket or something, avoid the movement. Same thing when we do the packing. And the packing, we have smart tape. I think you're familiar with the smart tape. We have color-coded to every room. When we do the kitchen, for example, we'll mark the boxes with the kitchen yellow tape. Every bedroom will have its own color, garage. All that was much easier for us and for the customer to understand, where the box is going to pick up and delivery, because, we can put it in a right location. We also will mark on the boxes where they came from and the contents.
Yeah.
Easier if the people, especially for the senior, sometimes, most of the time, we notice the downsizing.
Yeah.
So they will not need to open all the boxes to find something. It's important. So we write what inside the box and leave those boxes that they don't really need at the moment, either in storage or in a garage. Now they need to open and then leave them open and it's just a mess. So then we can stack them nicely for them in the area and just deliver to the room the boxes that they really need.
And Sean, what you're saying is so important, because I'm seeing this scenario that plays out every day in the USA. Maybe mom is moving across the country to live near son and daughter that have hopeful lives. Let's just say they're moving to San Francisco, right? Mom lives in Virginia and she's moving to San Francisco. The thing that I look at is sometimes that family doesn't have the resources to do that packing for mom. Right. And mom can't do it on her own. So this is something you guys can come in and help work by doing that packing for them. Or maybe daughter-in-law comes and takes care of certain things to get mom across the country, right? Whatever that is. But there's certain things, obviously, that you can take off their plate.
Absolutely. Just give you an example. Just recently in our office in South Carolina, we had the daughter came down from New York. One of the daughter came down from New York and we pack everything for her,
Mm-hmm.
for the mother, and it's still there because now they want to figure out which daughter will take what, how to distribute the
Yeah.
furniture
Yeah.
between them. And that's something that we can do to them, for them too. And we get a
Mm-hmm.
lot of phone call like this all the time,
Yeah.
from Washington, from Oregon, that they ask us, hey, can you do a move? I mean, they're always shy about it. We're not sure if the moving company
Mm-hmm.
can do something. We
Mm-hmm.
have few items that will go to New York, but few items that will go to Texas, and few items say, then usually it's when someone passed away, the parents or
Sure.
something, and the kids wants the furniture, it's
Yeah.
important to them, they attach to it, and we totally understand. And that's something
Yeah.
that we as a company, because we are asset based, which means we have the equipment, we go everywhere, and we say it's not a problem at all. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, such a relief. I just last month I helped a lady from Oregon. She needed to take the stuff to New York, and it was just really, I think it was 2 items, and for the minimum, sometimes it's expensive. And I said it needed to go to Virginia. I said we always have a truck going east west. My South Carolina office is not far from Virginia. Are you flexible on the delivery time? She said no problem on the delivery time, anytime. Just try to get it to me whenever you can. I said, okay, no problem. I calculated something. I said, was reasonable for you. For me, it doesn't, not
It's not
something I'll
that
make
much
money
difference,
on,
right?
or something that,
Yeah.
it was not the point, but she needed the item. I
Yeah.
talked to her, I feel it. But that's what we do. We do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we get paid for it on most of the time, yeah, fairly, the way it should be. But when situation like this come, we help too. But it's happened. People
Mm-hmm.
always splitting the item, when parent
Right.
passed away, and that's important to them. It's not
Yeah.
anything that you do.
Yeah.
And sometimes part of our packing, a lot of situation is the antique item, antique furniture that we need to create,
Mm-hmm.
or they usually take furniture and the china, which is
Yeah.
valuable. So that's when we come in with the china boxes and pack for them.
Yeah.
Pack for them, prepare for the long haul. We can take it for long haul or short haul, but the packing, let me tell you, Suzanne, is one of the most important aspect of the move.
Mhm.
When you pack
So,
well, you avoid damages for
so
sure, and
you talked
you
about
can clean up a lot of stuff.
yeah. So you talked about movement in a box.
Mhm.
I've heard that you should pack plates up and down rather than laying down. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Oh, interesting. Because
Yeah,
laying
because
down and they're stacked on top, that's weight, right? So what would happen is it pushes down on them. Is that the reason?
not only this, is the shockwave. Think about it when you see in a karate in a movie all the time, how the
Uh-huh.
guy stuck this high, many plate
Yeah.
and then in one shot he plugging like this. It's just because of the shockwave that goes all the way down and crack
Ah.
him in the middle and break everything. So when you have it like this, it's the mass. It's not. That's what
So
you
you
have
put it
instead,
on
which is
its
easy to put.
side.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what you do, I'm assuming, is you put some below on, you wouldn't put it right on the bottom of the box. You'd put some
No,
padding
no.
at the below. And
First
then
of all,
what you would do is then lay them on the side. And I'm assuming you wouldn't either do it on up against the side of the box either. Is that correct?
so what we do, first of all, you smash paper, right? You
Yeah.
smash what the paper, put
Yeah.
it, then
Scrunch
you
it
get some
together. Yeah.
cushion. Yeah. And then you wrap every plate individually. Okay.
Got it.
And then you put them like this, one next to another, next to each other, and you create a
Interesting.
line.
Yeah.
And then you create another line. And then
Mm-hmm.
smash paper again, because you don't want to have them touch each other without
Yeah.
paper again.
Yeah.
Then you create another line, and always a heavy item in the bottom, and then you go lighter onto the top.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever you have space, you fill up everything inside and on a side, on a corner.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure
Mm-hmm.
there be no movement. Fill up, depending on how much space left and on top. You fill up this with paper,
Mm-hmm.
shut it off the box, tape it, content, and all
Yeah.
the goodies, just to make sure it will
Yeah.
be safe and
And
secure.
So obviously in the in-home visit, when you meet with a family, you give them those options of what kind of needs. And when you're in the home itself, you can kind of see, what they have and what needs to be packed. And do you give like suggestions if they want to do it themselves? You can give them some guidelines, just like what you did here.
Absolutely. Part of our package also, when we give a customer a package, there's two things. One is a full color brochure packing tips that explain how to pack
Wonderful.
everything that's there, and also the list of boxes, the sizes of the boxes, what we believe items should go in each box separately, like in a 1.5 cubic feet, the book box, which we call, can be used not only for books, and what item should go there, or what item will go into the medium-sized box, the 3 feet, and then the 4.5 stand up, and the dish bag, and also what boxes to stay away from. Like we don't like the 4.5 laid down box. I think this just causes damages. And we tell the customer, don't use this box. We don't think it's a good idea. Or, there's different type of boxes, shifty boxes, from the lamp box, the picture box, to type, what size they can get to. And people ask us how we deal the chandelier. That's not easy.
That's probably a crate one.
That's a great one for most part, but not necessarily. It depends how we handle this. But we have our tricks to move chandelier without causing damages.
Amazing.
A lot of people don't know how to deal with it. I mean,
no. Well, it's kind of crazy, that's for sure. So, Sean, obviously, people, if they're interested in you or contacting you, what is your website again?
www.jordanrivermoving.com.
And of course, everyone, Sean is nationwide. He's here to help you. If you're thinking about moving a loved one, a senior loved one, or any kind of situation, I know you work a lot with the military as well and with our veterans. Just give Jordan River a call. They're amazing. They have my personal endorsement. Absolutely. And so Sean and I, we're going to be back in the next segment. We're going to talk a little bit about resources and setting a plan. And we'll be right back right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.